Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the live show. It is Sunday evening, an early edition at 7 p.m. because we are doing our last Zoom meeting for our January effect stocks, and we'll be picking them tonight in the old Discord. So we'll be going through that. So I'll be hopping off around 8 p.m. So let's get cruising right through, see what's going to be happening tomorrow, what's going on this week on a Christmas week. Yeah, right. It is Happy Christmas week there. Luis Rodriguez and everybody. So here we go. All information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only, not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. I was the heat map in the video. Remember, I was if you're in the Discord, I posted that out the other day. I said, hey, that looks pretty good. And I guess that's why it was looking pretty good there, because it did go popping right there. So let's cruise right through, see what's going on real quick. We have a quick hour to look at a bunch, and then we'll get moving into our January effect stock. So yeah, you want to sign up for the Discord. I just posted the New Year's and Christmas promo, so check it out. It's on the X account and on StockTwit, so you can check that out. And I forget what it even was. Let me look. I forget what I even posted, guys. To be completely honest with you, I have to look to tell you what exactly it is, and I'll tell you in 1 second here. And if you didn't do the old Trend Spider holiday giveaway, be sure to do that. I have it pinned on my X page, and the cutoff is tonight, so they are giving away a free year membership right there. That's like a $1,600 value, guys. So be sure to check that out. Follow me, Trend Spider, like and repost, and then comment your most bullish ticker for 2026, and you will be entered into the drawing there. So be sure to check that out. And the final Discord sale of the year right here, 20% off. The code is New Year, and that is the Discord 20% off for Christmas, New Year. So check it out, guys, and don't miss out on that opportunity. So here we go. Let's cruise through ONDS. Look at that bad boy cruising along. So many great ones. On Friday, Trend Spider does have a really nice giveaway right there. Overnight futures are green. Thank you, Luis Rodriguez. And here we are with Open Door, and it's not looking so bad. It's still pulling back a little bit. Let it get set up, but it won't be too bad. You can see it's getting set up. It might take this week to set up right there for Open Door. So we'll take a look at that as the week progresses. And QMCO right here. Check these guys out. I think these guys could be dipping down to their bottoms, and that is your computer hardware and your quantum one. So let's take a quick look and see what RGTI was up to. That was cruising along, and that looks really good right there. So I would say keep an eye on RGTI right there. And let's look at the rest of them. QUBT right here. That was moving along, and that looks really good. So I think your quantum and your computer hardware ones are setting back up again. And of course, your D-Wave is going to be doing it. And there you go with D-Wave. That looks great, guys. So QBTS, you're probably going to want to keep an eye on that one this week, and especially tomorrow. And I'm sure the Defiance looks good, and it sure does. Defiance Quantum ETF is looking pretty nice right there. And QSI right here is up a little bit, and that's getting set up. That is a good look, way down. So you keep an eye on QSI. And of course, IONQ, this is going to be another one. This looks like it's about to get cruising right there. So this sector looking pretty good right there for your computer hardware and quantum ones. And our RCAT right here is up over 11%. That one looks really good as well. So definitely keep an eye on that. And let's see, maybe Z-Space, because it has the word space in it. Maybe it'll start cruising because the space sector looks good. This is a computer hardware one. It is starting to curl up a little bit, and we'll have to keep an eye on that. I do have the Lions, and I think they're playing the Steelers. Yeah, Lions, Steelers, fourth quarter, 8 minutes left, and Detroit just scored a touchdown. I believe it's 22-16. The Steelers are in the lead, but the Lions are either going to kick an extra point or go for two. So there you go with that update. And let's keep an eye, and let's keep going through our market because we only have a quick hour right here. So let's just cruise right through. So your quantum computer hardware one's looking really good. UNH, the healthcare one, getting set up right here. Look at that, a little healthy pullback, couple day pullback, and that'll get set up right there. So that won't be too bad. Oscar right here, not looking too bad either. So just let them get set up this week on this short Christmas week right here, and we'll take a look at them. ABTC right here. Laptop Travel had posted about somebody had recently just bought some of these. I don't remember which guy it was, but somebody inside the company, I believe, bought some shares or something. And actually, ABTC is getting set up there. So definitely keep an eye on that. And I bet crypto is as well, guys. So we'll take a look at crypto. Bitcoin's at 88.6 right now. And let's see where Ethereum just went back to 3,000. It's at $3,002. So I know it's just been kind of fluctuating right around there. Solana's at 126, and crypto is looking pretty good again. It stayed in this bullish channel. It fought its way through. So I think it is going to get ripping pew right here. Look at this thing. This thing looks pretty decent down here. And again, that's why we've been uber patient with these. We probably should have been real patient with a lot of them, just knowing that things were going to pull back. NCPL right here looking pretty good. Keep an eye on that one to start moving right there. So net capital not looking too bad. And your PSQH, if I could type it in correctly. There you go, PSQ Holdings. And that had taken a nice dip, and we'll let that one get set back up right there. But yeah, ABTC right here. Whoop, that's Abbott Laboratories. That one's not too bad right there. There's a medical device company, but ABTC, American Bitcoin Trump Company right here. And it is looking pretty good. Way down here at $1.87. Remember when it reverse split and it was all the way up here? People were chasing this thing. Its high was 1452. It had 30 million in volume that day, and it actually opened up at where did it open? Well, it opened at $9. It shot up that morning, and it was down by the time it opened up, like the actual market, I believe. So it was one of them ones that just kind of bounced around real quick. Yeah, it shot up at like it was up at that real high point and then came down. So there you go. It is pretty diluted, but down here is a great opportunity at $1.87. So definitely keep an eye on that. And I think the sound's on this thing. It certainly is. I was wondering what I was hearing. It was the iPad sound was on for the football game, and it was a commercial. I was like, what is that noise? But anyway, here we go. And there you go with your Trump companies right there. And then let's look at our other ones, our crypto treasuries, BMNR, looking really good, and Ethereum moving along right there. This looks like it's going to roll right off that MACD, SBET, good old SBET, same situation right there, trying to roll right back up. Looks pretty good. UPXI, that's the Solana one. That was up 10%. And that thing wants to get ripping back up. And maybe these just bounce around until they get into that right channel right there. But they are going to get cruising. It does look like crypto is getting set up as well. And let's see what ORBS is doing. That 8Co Holdings way down there. And we'll keep an eye on that one to actually get set up. And then that FGNX right here, an interesting one, because it keeps on popping, guys. I mean, before crypto was even looking good, this thing was been continuing to go up and getting ripping, guys. I mean, what an opportunity right here for FGNX. And we have interviewed the CEO, and I would say that looks pretty good right now. So keep an eye on FGNX right there. That looks decent. And Galaxy, that was going up the other day and looks really good, especially if Bitcoin starts rolling right here. Galaxy is going to start cruising. So keep your eye on GLXY right there. It does look pretty good at the moment. And let's see. Get a drink of water, and let's see. ASTS, you know this one, ASTS Space Mobile, all these space ones. And remember, on Thursday at the end of the show, I just straight up gave you all the poppers. Remember this. I gave you this one, Fly. I gave you Lunar. Look at that, 37% right there. I gave you Redwire right there, up 13%. I also gave you all the other ones that were going to be popping. Also, this one, Lone, wasn't looking too bad and still setting up. So there you go. We went through all them space ones, NASTS, as a matter of fact, and that was cruising. So definitely keep an eye on all these guys. They still look pretty good. ASTS, Fly, Lunar, Redwire, they're all looking pretty good still. So we'll be keeping an eye on them. And then Kodak right here, let's see if that can finally get moving. Look at it. Looks like it tried to bottom out. If that gets a good curl up, it could get blasting off really fast. So that could get moving, Kodak. And then your UMAC right here was moving along and looking pretty good, I would say. So keep an eye on good old UMAC. So many good ones setting up after Friday. It was a good day there in the market. Nuclear right here, not looking too bad. I would say that's a great opportunity right there for Nuclear. I would say that is getting set up and it's been beat down. So that one could get cruising right there. NKLR and Sinestech right here actually hasn't been a bad one getting set up. It was down a little bit, but you can see getting set up right there. It might have a couple days left in it. It could pop at any moment, but it's definitely there, getting ready to move along. HTZ right here, good old Hertz, and this is looking like it's right there. We've been talking about it, and I do think Hertz is finally getting ready to move. So definitely keep an eye on HTZ, good old Hertz. It looks like it wants to drive along. We've been looking at Chipotle. It's been running up here, and CMG wasn't. It was just kind of cruising around there on Friday, but still not looking bad right there as it enters the top. So keep an eye on CMG if it wants to keep going, but we were on that one early. And here's your Eli Lilly. And this thing looks like it's going to get flying tomorrow. So you can keep an eye on LLY right there, CBRL. Good old Cracker Barrel. Remember, I was saying I didn't think it was looking so hot. It was trying to crawl up there. We were trying to see if it was ready. And there you go. Big old dip. And I just don't think Cracker Barrel, like I said, the company should listen to the show and let us know about kind of representing them, because I could definitely help them out here. I know the restaurant industry really well, and I understand exactly what they need to do to change this company around. I think you guys know you guys know that, and so that is not hiding anything. I've called it out for millions of companies in here, and even gave companies great ideas that they've implemented. You guys know, so yeah, Cracker Barrel, I would say, needs a little bit of help right here. And if they don't do something, I'm telling you, they're going to be looking at bankruptcy very soon. So they better get it together, and it better be pretty fast here. Cracker Barrel, like I said, if they get lucky to get into that channel, it's not bullish, though. It's staying in a bearish trend right here. It's trying to bottom, but you still see it. It doesn't really want to bounce yet, and they don't have the right things going on in the company for it to bounce, obviously. So we'll keep an eye on that bad boy. You'll get your bounces here and there, but it's not ready to actually go bullish just yet. And that's what that company needs after the CEO beat it down, being woke. So anyway, Lulu, we were watching this one and we knew that was popping up pretty big. Remember, we were way early, guys. We were like down in here for Lulu. We were looking at it way down here in this area. And then it popped up pretty big. So there you go with Lulu. And then Boil and Gush right here. This is your natural gas one. It was way down. I think you should keep an eye on this thing, guys. You know it's the winter time. You know natural gas got beat down for a reason, just probably to get a great opportunity and run it back up. So I would be keeping an eye on this Boil and Gush, to be completely honest with you. So let me jot them down, but we didn't even look at Gush yet. But I already knew that it was up or down. It's been beat down. It was up a little bit on Friday. Nothing crazy. It kind of ran around more down, I would say, than anything. But another one getting set up down here. You have a good trend line down there for a bottom for Gush. So they should be good opportunities right there for Boil and Gush. And then your plug right here is kind of pulling back a little bit. We'll see what that wants to do. It's still over the MACD. It can still roll right off of there and continue its way up with no problem. And then QuantumScape was up the other day, and that's trying to curl up. That's looking pretty good. It was beaten way down, and QuantumScape could be a good opportunity right there. So keep an eye on QS. And then what about your Rocket Mortgage right here? Good old Zach likes this one. It was up. It's bouncing right back up. And here we go with that curl up. Look at that, Zach. That one is pretty strong and should try to continue its way up here. It has that resistance at your 2021, but it is looking pretty healthy. And you did get your bottom and start to curl up. You could get some pullback at any moment, but it's looking pretty good there for RKT. Obviously, if the market starts rolling, it'll start rolling with it. That's for sure. And let's see what's going on with Home Depot and Lowe's, because they were pulling back pretty big right there. I guess that's why you got to sell the pops, because look at them bad boys. They were pulling back huge. LDI down a little bit right there. HOUS down a little bit also. So we'll be keeping an eye on them and seeing what's going on. That IMRX is looking pretty decent right here. It's got that trend line, that bottom. Looks like it's getting set up. I would say IMRX getting set up right there, Ross. It looks pretty good. I like that look. It is looking pretty good at the moment, and it looks like they have something good going on. Figment right here. Figment, whatever the heck it's called. Luis Rodriguez's play. Then Michael Anthony. This one looks really good right here. FIG, so keep an eye on that. It does look like a good one. Look at that thing curling up, looking pretty solid, and it does look like it wants to get rolling. So there you go for FIG right there. Good old Figma. And it is like Figment, the purple dinosaur. This one looks great too. Carmen Holdings, we've been looking at this. That looks like it wants to run tomorrow and continue to run up there. So that's an aerospace and defense one, KRMN, and looking pretty good. Critical Metals is trying to get set back up, and these ones could. We'll look at it tomorrow and see exactly how it looks after tomorrow. But Circle was looking great Friday, and that was up like 6%. Look at this bad boy curling up there, Luis Rodriguez, and running for good old Circle. So many good ones right there that we're gonna have to try to break it down and see which ones are the best opportunities. And that's what we're going to do tonight at 8 o'clock in the Zoom with the January effect stock. So we're going to be in there trying to figure that out. So anyone in the Discord, I believe the link is there. I'm pretty sure Ben had posted it out. I actually have to look for it myself, but I'll be in there for sure right after at right around 8 o'clock. We'll end this show and I'll hop in there. Here you go for Rich Tech Robotics getting set back up, and good old Serve Robotics as well. They were both up about 13 and 14 cents. Not too bad. We'll see what they exactly want to do tomorrow. C1 looks good in anticipation that buyout's coming. It looks like they have a buyout coming now. That's for sure. And Celius Holdings is looking really healthy right there, guys. So definitely keep an eye on Celius Holdings, and that's looking really good. How about that EOS Energy Enterprises? And it has been kind of down a little bit. I mean, it's been way up for the long shot, but just kind of beaten down there. So we're watching this one, see if that wants to get set back up and rolling. I'm sure it will. And good old Elf is its favorite week right here. And you know it was running on Friday, and it's going to continue to run right there. So there you go with good old Elf into the Christmas. And Ulta Beauty was running up as well, and looks like it wants to roll off that MACD. So keep an eye on that. But Elf looking pretty good right here. So keep an eye on ELF, and that is that Christmas week Elf special right there. So definitely watch that. How about your Snap? That was down a little bit the other day, just kind of hanging out right there. We'll see what Snapchat's up to tomorrow, but Iron was up pretty good, and this is running up there and should try to run up some more. So there are a ton of great ones there for tomorrow, and that's set up on Friday, getting set up for the end of the year and into the new year, to be honest with you. So this market, even if it pulls back a little bit on certain days, is not looking bad at all. And this VWAV, that vision wave, had been looking good lately. It is curling back up. Looks like it's curling through the MACD and cruising along. And Galt right here, Joseph Levy. I'm not sure what happened right here, but it took a big old nosedive. And you said that they didn't really have any kind of news there. Provides regulatory update following FDA written response and announces an additional 10 million line of credit from something. Line of credit from Richard E. Somebody to cover expected expenditures. So that dip right there, guys, might be a great opportunity, to be completely honest with you. I might have to keep a real eye on this Galt. We've just been watching it with Joseph Levy, but this could be a great opportunity right here at this 438. It's been running up. You get this dip right here, and we'll watch for that bounce play and even that setup play. So there you go with GALT, and we'll definitely be watching that. And again, keep your eyes on these tomorrow, guys. Fly, it looks like it wants to fly up some more. Lunar was going crazy, and that is running. Look at it, hitting a little resistance, but could certainly go right through that tomorrow with no problem. And there's your red wire getting blasted off and looks really good. So I would say you're definitely going to want to keep an eye on them bad boys right there, because they are great, and they were looking really good the other day. And obviously Friday they were running along, and we said that Thursday night, keep an eye on these, and there you go. So, and keep your eye on the quantum and computer hardware ones, because they are looking pretty good too. Let's keep going through and see what else is going on. This loan right here, I don't know what that is, but loan is not looking bad. I talked about a little bit ago, and that looks like it wants to run up some more. And how about Michael Anthony's ABEO? That was up again on Friday, trying to curl back up. That might be a good opportunity there, Michael Anthony. And how about your D-load, the local right there? and that's sitting on the 50, so it could be a great opportunity. So there you go with that list and everything we look at there. Let's see what our Jolie's jumpers are up to real quick. Here's your rhythm, and that's not looking bad. Ooh, that looks really good. And the cannabis sector, let's take a look at it. Trump did sign the executive order, so he's going to fast track the old rescheduling of cannabis from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3 there. So that's a big deal. But these, I think the news was already priced in, guys. I mean, it had already been running up right there, but watch for the pullback. We'll catch it on the next run up there on the next batch of news. So that's what we're going to be looking for on the cannabis stocks. I'll look at them tomorrow to see how they get set up, but this one does look like it's pulling back a little bit. So that is your cannabis stocks right there, and we will be keeping an eye on them. Obviously, there's Toke right there. That was another ETF. And again, just kind of pulling back there on the news. I think it was a sell the news event because they had been running up so much. People had been locking in their profits, and that's what was going on. We'll see how they open up tomorrow and what they want to do right there. So that's your cannabis sector. And let's see what BLNK is doing at Blink Charging down. That's in the basement. And we're watching that one to get set up. And of course, Sezzle, this is about to get sizzling, guys. So you might want to keep an eye on this. We know this can run pretty big, pretty fast. So there you go with good old Sezzle right there, SEZL. And it does. It likes to rock and roll. It was down here at the 50 area. Now it's at the 70s. It'll end up in the 140s before you blink your eyes. It's a wild one, that's for sure. This Sterling's a pretty big one too. This one gets wild and has big runs, so check that out tomorrow. And there's that Rivian right there, Luis Rodriguez, and it is having some major spikes. Look at that bad boy running up. I'm not even sure what the heck the news was there. Today, Rivian has another analyst upgrade and tied to its R2 launch plan. So seems like everybody likes Rivian. Forget Lucid stock and look at this EV stock instead. You better look at that one there, Luis Rodriguez. As a matter of fact, let's look at Lucid right here. It was cruising up. I would say Lucid's looking really good right there. As a matter of fact, LCID, you might want to keep an eye on that Lucid right there. Yeah, that's looking really good to crawl up too. So maybe it's a sector thing. I'm not exactly sure, but Lucid looking good. Rivian's already running up. We'll take a look at the rest of them and see what they're up to. And then the Symbotic right here. And this one likes to run pretty big as well. And it has been down there, and we'll see if when it gets set up, it is crawling up right there. Not looking too bad. Let's go through real quick. I'll go through the laptop travel list really fast. I'll just run right through them. You guys can see the setups. Get your piece of paper and pen out, and you can check them out. Area right here. That one was running around Friday. AMST right here. Let's see what that's up to. That one could keep a little momentum. Looks like it was pulling back there pretty good in the after hours. I'm not even sure what the heck I wrote down. It's B something RG. I have no idea what the second letter is. Is it that? Yeah, I guess it is Bullfrog AI Holdings right there. And let's see if that one, that does look like it wants to leap up a little bit. So keep an eye on the old Bullfrog. CTOR, Sidious Oncology. That looks really good right there, getting set up. Keep an eye on that one. NFATN, Fat Pipe. Let's see what they're up to. That looks like it's going to be a fat pipe to smoke out of real soon. It's blasting off. It's getting heated up right there. That's for sure. So keep an eye on that CTOR and that Fat Pipe, FATN, and GBR right here, New Concept Energy. This one's been ready to run, so keep an eye on that because it's ready to get cruising again. GLE was running up a little bit in the after hours, not looking too bad right there. How about Health and Tech? Good old hit right here, getting into the channel, not so bad. And Hootie is like a Hootie International Group or something, and that's not looking too bad right there. It's a China Steel one. And I don't mean they're stealing anything. I mean the metal steel. But yeah, that's looking like it wants to curl up and roll off there. So there you go with HUDI. And let's see what MYNZ, that is Maine's Bloom. That's what that is. I knew it wasn't my size. I couldn't think of this one. And there you go. That one's just kind of hopping around there. And we'd have to look at it tomorrow, to be honest with you. Okay, you are. That's Encore or something like that. Just kind of hanging out down there. We'd look at that tomorrow. NOPTX, and let's see what that's doing right here. Syntech Optics Holdings, that might be a good runner tomorrow. Watch that one for a little bit of momentum. Tantech right here is TANH, and that does look like it wants to run up there. So you can keep an eye on good old TANH for tomorrow. And this is not Treasure Global, that's TGL, right? Yeah, TGL is Treasure Global. That looks really good too. Remember, this recently ran, and Treasure Global looking pretty good right there. And let's see what's going on for TGE, because that was the one that Laptop Travel actually wrote down. I just started looking at different ones, and that's not looking bad either. So that's pretty good right there for TGE. And let's see what else is going on with our laptop travel list. UNG is that United States natural gas one. That will definitely get set up again, like Gush and Boil. Gush is the one. Boil is, yeah, that's oil and gas. Gush is your natural gas. I always give I can remember by no, Boil is your natural gas. I get confused every single time. But anyway, that one's trying to get set up as well right there. So keep an eye on UNG too. And WTF is Watton Financial, and that looks pretty good, guys, to run up there. And XELB, that's Excel Brands, not looking bad either. So a lot of good ones for tomorrow, that's for sure, all across the board. And Xena was running up, and looks like it could keep that momentum right there. And that is your laptop travel list. And let's go ahead, check out our Spy Mag 7 big caps, Luis Rodriguez, and then we'll come back and take a look at that list right there. We may have already looked at a bunch of them. I can tell Rivian, and then you have that one and CDE Light and a few other ones we got to look at. But by the time we're done the list, we should have looked at most of them right there. And let's take a look at our gold. And JNUG was way up there running up, not looking bad. And NUG, they do look like they want to run up higher. They do have resistance up there. We do have to see how they want to open up in the morning. And silver wasn't looking bad either. That looks like it wants to run up some more. So there you go with them. And REMX, this is that rare earth and strategic metal ones right here. And that is trying to curl up. We'll have to keep an eye on that one right there. And your BTGD right here is your staked Bitcoin and gold hitting a little resistance. So it's curling up there and not looking bad. I would say with Bitcoin and everything going to be cruising, and gold, that could get cruising. Here's your Bitcoin. Let's look at crypto and everything real quick. And yeah, look at it, staying in that bullish channel, running right back up to the 20. And looks like it wants to get over that 20 right there. Ethereum right here, looking a lot better. Look at that thing curling up, trying to go through. So even when it came back down, curling down, it looked terrible. And then it rolled right back up there. So it would stay in that channel, guys. And there's Solana making a good base here. It looks like it's trying to roll up. So we'll be keeping an eye on that to see if it can get cruising. Here's your XRP right there, Ripple. Looks like it's about to get rocking and rolling and ripping right there. Doge looks good. It wants to get barking and rolling right there. So let that dog out right there. And Cardano right here. Look at this bad boy setting up. And you can see it curling up. And when they make these quick curl ups and they cross through, that is when you know they're ready to get rolling right there. Here's your stellar. And it looks pretty stellar down there, at least tonight anyway. So optimism has a little more optimism to get rolling off of this bottom. So we'll be optimistic when it does get curled up and get cruising for real. And we'll keep an eye on them, obviously, to see what's going on. And here is your chain link, and that looks pretty good to get curled up. So we'll be watching crypto in the morning, but things should look pretty good. Look at that in the video. It's looking great there, AVGO, and we'll look at that in a minute. So here we go with our Spy Mag 7, big caps, all these guys. And your SPY was up right there. Your Qs were up as well. They were looking pretty good. And what about your IWM was also up, and everything looks green. They do look like they want to go cruising tomorrow. So that's a good look. Apple was back up. That does look like it's trying to set back up, but Amazon was not too bad right there. Look at it. It has a good setup, trying to curl up right there, trying to get through that MACD. And if the market's green tomorrow, Amazon should get cruising. And Google running back up off that bottom right there, right off of that trend line. That's a great support line right there for Google to get cruising. And what about your Meta? Because this one was taking a dip. It had recently run up, and I think this is going to get rolled right off the MACD. Your 20's coming up to your 50, and I think you're going to get up into the 700 area. It's at 650 right now, so 661. Yeah, you're probably going to get the 700 relatively soon. The Steelers and Lions. The Steelers are winning 29-24. It's 4th and 8. And it is the fourth quarter with 2:09 left. I'm not even sure who has the ball, to be completely honest with you, because somebody just got hurt. But anyway, I'll let you know. In a minute, it looks like it would be Detroit has the ball, is what it looks like to me. And I'll keep you posted on that game. And that is Meta right there. And then your Microsoft was looking pretty good. That's trying to set back up. So keep an eye on that. But Nvidia looking great on Friday. That looks like it's about to explode right there. So keep an eye on the video tomorrow, because that looks like a beauty for sure. And then, of course, Tesla. You can't ever rule this one out. It's a little bit of pullback, has that support line right there. So we'll be keeping an eye on Tesla to see what it wants to do there tomorrow. And let's see. It looks like somebody missed an extra field goal. So it is 20. I guess the Steelers had the ball. And it's 29-24 still. Detroit's getting the ball. They have 2:05 left in the fourth quarter. I'm not sure exactly where the ball is. It is around. I can't really tell, but he definitely, I think he hit the field goal post, as a matter of fact. So there you go. Steelers missed a field goal. Could have definitely helped them out right there. And now Detroit could go down there, score a touchdown, and possibly win this bad boy. So very interesting right there if you're watching the NFL game. And let's cruise right through and see what else is going on with AMC and everybody else. AMC, look how far that one's dipped down. We'll wait for that to get cruising back up. GameStop's been hopping around right there, just getting ready. And now about Chewy. This one's been down there as well. Unity's been the only one looking really good right there, and that one's curling up. So keep an eye on Unity out of them ones. That's what looks good. Netflix right here. I think Netflix is going to be a solid one that gets set up as well. They're going to buy Warner Brothers, and they are going to take that deal. It is WBD right there, Warner Brothers, and that one should start to curl back up, as a matter of fact, too, with Netflix. So keep an eye on that. AVGO right here. That was really nice on Friday. That looks like it's curling up. MU went crazy, and that got cruising, and that's at 270 now in the after hours. That one got rolling. Remember, it beat its earnings, pulled back, and then ran up back up on Friday. There's Michael Anthony. Go long on LW. It's at a discount. They beat earnings. To leave outlook the same, to raise the dividend to 38 cents, and that PE was 60 to be at 1580 or something. I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway, that's here. You guys read that. I'll look at WLW right here. It looks like Lamb Weston took a big old beating right there. It is in the basement. That is for sure. Where's it usually trade at? In the 50s right there. So, yeah, we'll keep an eye on LW. Thanks, Michael Anthony, because that one will be a good one. It could even have a nice little bounce play to tomorrow, as a matter of fact, there, Michael Anthony, with that look. So they got crushed on earnings. If not, we'll keep an eye on it and see when it wants to get set up. I'll write it down with your other ones, ABEO and DLO. I already looked at them. They were looking pretty good, as a matter of fact. And let's keep on cruising right here and see what the rest of the market's doing into tomorrow. We're going to be hopping off in about 20 minutes, Michael Anthony. I start at 7 again, because we have our last Zoom meeting tonight about the January effect stocks. We're going to finalize our list and then get ready for that in the Discord. So I'll be hopping off in about 20 minutes. So let me know what else you want to look at real quick. I'll take a quick look at things. We're just cruising through, seeing what the market looks like. I'll be on at 7 a.m., so don't you worry. We'll be going through the market early in the morning, first thing before it opens up. And Laptop Travel, I'm sure, will be on at 4 a.m. with his laptop, the Warriors laptop, the 4 a.m. Warriors, couldn't even think of it. And we already looked at Galt there, Joseph Levy. We looked at that. Yeah, big pullback there. I was saying it could have a nice little bounce, and they did. Ready? Here's your news right here on the 19th. So this is what happened right here. And let's see, provided regulatory update and announced an additional 10 million line of credit from Richard. People don't like that stuff to cover expenditures. Actually, it's a good thing. So this is probably a great opportunity. I was just saying, we're definitely keeping an eye on that bad boy now there, Joseph Levy. So there you go. I hope you had a good weekend along with everybody else. Let's see what else is going on with our list real quick. Hey, Hold on, MU was running up there. TSM, that was also looking pretty good. That's trying to crawl back up right there. SMCI looking pretty decent. And that looks like it's going to get crawling up. So a lot of these bad boys looking good. AMD right there. Remember, we were talking about this one and saying that looks really good. So there you go at AMD. That's running up. QCOM not looking so bad. To try to curl up as well. That one should try to run away, run up there. And here comes your snow curling up. We'll see if it wants to get through. If it does, it'll run pretty good. It does usually. And PayPal is probably one that's a good one for the January effect, but we'll look at them tonight. Intel right here has that support line down there. Not looking too bad. We'll see what it looks like tomorrow if it really gets set up. And Dell also has that support line right here and trying to get set back up. We'll see if they have any more dippage tomorrow. So we'll be keeping an eye on all that. And let's see what IBM and Palantir, Sophie, and all them guys are doing. Here's your IBM. That one's on a nice little trend line as well. Could pull back a little bit. We'll see how that looks tomorrow. It doesn't really tell you at the moment. And then, of course, Palantir, this one was cruising along, and that looks really good, guys. You can keep an eye on PLTR tomorrow. That could continue to run up there. And Sophie right here was looking a little bit better, and that should try to crawl up. Remember, it pulled back there when they had that offering, and now it looks a lot better right there for SOFI and Mara right here. I bet this is going to start to look a lot better as well. Yeah, look at them things. I'm telling you, crypto getting set back up. We'll see how long it can sustain itself, but it's definitely held itself up in a bullish, I'll say a bullish trend anyway so far. And we'll see how much they can really run up there. But Mara looking pretty good. Riot not looking bad. That's trying to run back up. That looks really good right there. And your Clean Spark right here is not looking bad either. So there you go with CLSK. So that is Clean Spark. And let's see what MicroStrategy's up to. MicroStrategy likes to set up with Bitcoin at 88, almost 89 right now, 88.8, and that looks really good too. So strategy looking pretty hot right there, and we'll see what's going on in the morning, but they do look pretty good. To continue, Robinhood right here looking pretty good as well. Coinbase was looking pretty good, and that should get cruising. And so Bull might as well follow. And that one should let cruising as well. Look at that crawl up right there. If that crawls through, Bull's going right back up to that 50 right there without even trying. So that is what it looks like right there for them guys. Good old space right here, trying to run back up. Remember, we were saying that was a bottom. It was going to run right back up. Aerospace and defense ones are hot right now. Lockheed Martin up right there. That looks really good to continue up. Huntington Ingalls, look at that bad boy. That's cruising along as well. So yeah, you got to keep an eye on the sectors right here, and obviously aerospace and defense. Bowie is another one right there that's cruising along. DJT was looking really good at 16. Look at that thing, guys. Michael Anthony, you wish you had held them bad boys when you were buying them. I forget where you were getting them, though. But even if you were getting them in the 12s, it's at 16 right now. That would have been really nice right there. And that is your DJT. And then Nike way down, guys. Well, Nike took a big dip, so keep an eye on that. So that was just Nike. Lulu was dipping down as well, but not so. I guess Lulu was kind of beaten down as well, for sure. McDonald's pulling back a little bit. If the market looks green, McDonald's usually will pull back. How about your Disney? It's just kind of setting up right here, Luis Rodriguez. I think that rolls off the MACD. And your Oxy right here just kind of hanging out and is just kind of flat down there. And ExxonMobil, that was trying to get set back up. It does have that trend line right there. Nothing real crazy. And your DXYZ is another one of these. And they have access to SpaceX. And this one looks pretty good right there. So there you go with that list. Nike could be a buy. I don't know, Michael Anthony. I think you might want to hold off just a little bit right there and see if it really wants to bounce. We'll see if it has a bounce play tomorrow, but we'll look into that one and see what's going on. And you're saying bull to 797 on Monday. Why would he say that? I'm not exactly sure, but that's what Michael Anthony said. It was actually going up a little bit and curling up right there. We'll see what it looks like as it moves. And Nike back to 60 could be where price will be to close or something like that. So there you go. It's your Michael Anthony. And let's see, it's 29-24 right here. There's 1 minute and 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The Steelers are up. And the Lions had the ball. Personal foul on somebody. I don't even know who. And that's never a good thing. And let's see, tripping, huh? They were doing tabs out there. He's tripping or something. I don't know what's going on. Who did some tripping? Oh yeah, Steelers dude tripped him, huh? I guess you can't trip somebody in the NFL. That's not good. Anyway, tripping, and that's a 15-yard penalty. I swear, the more you watch the NFL and these games, the more you see it's like rigged all over. It's so crazy, guys. I mean, kicking onside kicks with like 4 minutes left. The Eagles game was a weird ending. All of them are a little bit strange, guys. I'm telling you, I think everybody's starting to see it. It's what was that guy just tripping for? I mean, what was that person? I like, why did he just trip him? You never see somebody trip a quarterback in the NFL. I mean, they're just a lineman's gonna grab the quarterback and smash him. He puts his foot out and trips him for a 15-yard penalty and puts him in the really good position. To be honest with you, I mean, it's kind of bizarre. It's really weird. Anyway, here we go. Here we go, Luis Rodriguez. Let's take a look at these guys and see what's going on. If you're just tuning in, be sure to go on my X account. The pinned profile one is the Trend Spider that ends tonight. So go on there, right? You have an entry to an entry. You can enter to win a year subscription, which is almost like $1,600. What you have to do is follow me and Trend Spider, like and repost that post, and then comment your most bullish ticker for 2026. And that entry cutoff is tonight. The winner will be announced on 12/23. So they will be announcing that winner really soon, and that's Tuesday. So yeah, there you go. And then if you're interested, they have a really good deal going on for Christmas. So check that out. I have the affiliate link, but yeah, be sure to go on there, check that out. And then obviously our Discord, we have our final sale of the year. Use the code New Year for 20% off reoccurring. So that's a big deal right there. So don't miss that opportunity. And there you go. And that is on the link tree and everywhere. So you can check that out as well. And here, I'll let me do this real quick. I'll go on here and then I'll post out the link tree really fast. I'll post out the Discord thing. Whoop, here we go. Copy link and then into the StreamYard. Here you go. Anyone interested? And then it is New Year. So what happened? There you go. It should have posted right there. There you go. And then here is the promo code is New Year. So there you go, guys. Go take advantage of that bad boy. That's for sure. Here, Luis Rodriguez. Let's rock and roll through these. We only have about 15 minutes left, and we're going to be hopping off so I can hop on to do the Zoom call for our January Effect meeting. So there you go. I'll be hopping on there real quick anyway. So hold on. Let me X out of this thing because it's a little bit weird. Oh, it's this one. There we go. That's better. And let me see what's going on here with ones that Luis Rodriguez had. We already looked at Rivian. Let's see what this MSGS is. That Madison Square Garden? Yeah, this thing has just been running up. How crazy is that thing anyway? And CDE is that a mining one, Coeur or whatever. That looks really good right there. CDE, I'd say that wants to roll up some more tomorrow. And let's see what Light is up to. Oh, yeah, look at that. You've been talking about that light right there, and that does look good. And this Centrus Energy is LEU, and that looks really good as well. So you might want to keep an eye on that. There's so many good ones right here. CLS is Celestica. That's looking pretty sweet right there. MU we talked about. JNUG we talked about. Rocket Lab. I don't know. Did I even have it on the list? It should be on the list. I don't know if I skipped it. I feel like I didn't have it there, but it definitely should have been. I don't know why it wasn't. But Rocket Lab was another one that should be added with the flies and all them guys. So There you go at Rocket Lab. We were talking about that one the other day. Did I not write it down? I guess I didn't write it down for some crazy reason. But anyway, there's your Rocket Lab. That's a beauty. CWVX is that Core Weave one, and that's the 2-time ETF. Oh, that one's a great one. Keep an eye on Core Weave. That's getting set up. There's so many great ones right here, guys. It's out of control. I'm telling you that right now. And let's see, the Ethereum one, Ether 2 times. That's getting set up. Ethereum looking really good. A Lab right here, Asteria Labs. That's looking pretty hot there. Luis Rodriguez. We looked at Circle that was running. Health was running. That's its favorite week right here, Christmas week. So, and that D Dog is Data Dog right here, and that's getting set up. I think Data Dog's going to be a great opportunity as well. And Fig, we talked about that looking good. DJTU is the DTF for DJT, and it's still running up right there. Redwire, we looked at. BFH is that bread fighter. It's still going up right there. Holy cow. And then your Toyota Motor, Luis Rodriguez, that one was looking strong the other day. Celius, we looked at, was looking really good. FEIM, that frequency electronics, has been running up. And your Lucid right here is getting set up and looking pretty good. So there you go, everybody. And that is what it's looking like in the market. And like I said, go ahead, make sure you do the Trend Spider deal. And then if you're interested into the Discord, I just put the link up there. And the promo code is New Year, actually. And let me see what else is going on right here. I think these stocks can go higher than the 20-day being in an AI bubble. That's still talking Friday on CNBC. And let's look at Altimmune right here and see what Altimmune is up to. That is a biotech company. Look at that big dip. Nice dip opportunity there for Altimmune. We've looked at that recently right there. So that's a nice dip, that's for sure. And let's see what else is going on. Let me see. UEC, what is that up to? UEC is uranium energy. That's looking pretty good to roll up there right there. And let me see what else is going on over here. What's going to be trending? And what else do you guys want to look at real fast? Remember, the small cap show is tomorrow as well. We'll do this 7 a.m. show. So we'll be on at 7 a.m. We'll go through the market, pre-market, see what's going on, how the market wants to open, what it's looking like. And then we'll hop on in the Discord with Ben. We'll open up. We'll do the live trading in the morning. And then we have our small cap show at 1 p.m. And then Ben and I usually do wrap up the end of the day around 3 o'clock and do some more live trading, do the earnings and all that. And then we do our 8 p.m. show. And then it'll be one day closer to Christmas there, because today is the 21st. So only a few days left until Christmas, that's for sure. What is tomorrow? What is it? 1, 2, 3. I got 4 days left. Yeah, I'd say so. 4 days if today's the 21st. So how crazy is that, guys? I hope you guys are all ready and have all your gifts and all that good stuff ready for everybody. But anyway, here we go. NVIDIA being at the 20-day can sell off. Now that most companies can't go higher above the 20, you were right, Michael Anthony, but it's looking pretty strong, and it looks like the market wants to get turned around right here. So I'm not so sure. We'll have to see how they look like tomorrow. And Joseph Levy saying about Galt, the 10 million is not going to cause dilution because it's the CEO injecting the money and not getting stocks for it. So that's interesting for sure, that the CEO is putting in 10 million and not getting stock for it. So very interesting right there. We'll be keeping an eye on that GALT there. Joseph Levy, that's for sure. And let's see, stocks can go higher over to 20. That last week was a dead cat bounce in the tech sector. Michael Anthony and Bull, you're saying, and Nike we were talking about, and Altimmune, and you used UEC. So I think we got everything over there. We got everything over here. Let me see what's happening over here real quick, and we'll read the news, and then we're going to hop off in a few minutes because our Zoom meeting is going to start shortly in a few, about 8 minutes there, 9 minutes. GDP under the tree. I have no idea what that means. And stock futures rise as traders look ahead to holiday shortened week. And Permira Warburg agreed to buy Clearwater Analytics for $8.4 billion. I have no idea who that is and what they're buying. And don't give up on a Santa Claus rally just yet. even after a rough December start for stocks. Watching for a Santa rally with stocks near record highs there, guys. So there you go. And let's see, you were at a Christmas pool tournament there, Joseph Levy, with your daughter. And yeah, we do have the Zoom this evening. So we'll be hopping on there very shortly. And you think the companies that are hitting the 20-day already will be dropping tomorrow? That Friday was a bull trap. We'll be seeing Michael Anthony. We'll definitely be keeping an eye on it in the morning, see how they all look, how the market opens up. I'll tell you one thing, though. It could be, but the SPY and Qs look pretty damn good to get rolling right there. So they could dip down. You're absolutely right. Could they fall down and it been a bull trap? Absolutely, it could been. But they do look pretty strong to continue their way up tomorrow, and obviously over a weekend, you just never know what's going to happen, and you just expect some kind of crazy tweet or something from Trump or something to try to pump the markets or do something anyway. And here's that LAZR, Luminar, that technology company was running up there, NBY. There you go, at Nova Bay Pharmaceuticals, and Mimi right there. That was trying to cruise along, in AZI and some other ones right there. So that is what the market looks like going into tomorrow. And crypto not looking bad right there. Bitcoin almost back to 89. It's holding itself up over to 20. It's staying in a bullish channel at least. So that is a good sign right there, at least. And it is fighting to stay up on the 20, so we'll be keeping an eye on it. And the overnight trading starts at 8 p.m., so we'll see how they open up. Luis Rodriguez, let me know how they look when we're in our Zoom meeting in about 5 minutes. So there you go, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. And again, if you want, here you go. This is the link for the old that's the Linktree link. You can click on that bad boy and check it out. And then you can go in there and get the old Discord. And New Year is the promo code right there. So that is what you want to put in for the promo. And it is a recurring, what was it, 20% off? I forget what I even said already. Holy cow. And hold on, let me see. I think it was 20% off reoccurring, which is a pretty big one. I'm not going to lie. So let's see, 20% off recurring. There you go. So check that out. Be sure to sign up. It's a great opportunity. And then also follow along with TrendSpider myself, and then like and repost that. Comment your most bullish ticker there. I have that one pinned on my X profile. So you have a chance to win a year of TrendSpider valued at about $1,600 there, guys. So check that out. A bunch of good things there. The Discord promo, and the TrendSpider. So all kinds of good stuff right there. And again, hopping off to go into the Zoom meeting so we can do our January effect and see what's going on. T-minus 8 minutes right there. T-minus 6 right now. How do you get to the Zoom? It's for a lot of the Discord members there, Michael Anthony. So that is what it is for. And yeah, we're doing that in there. Actually, I don't know. Is Ben posting it? I'm not sure. If it's getting posted and it's live for everybody, I'll let you know, Michael Anthony. I'll repost it on my X account or something. So keep an eye on that bad boy, and I'll let you know. I have no idea. I have to look for the Zoom link as well. And so there you are. So there you go, everybody. Thanks again for hanging out on this Sunday night. 4 days till Christmas. How crazy is that? So we'll be on tomorrow morning at Monday, 7 a.m. You know that because we do our pre-market show at 7 a.m. Monday through Friday. So if it's one of them days, you know we're going to be on. And so we do this show usually at 8 p.m. Sunday through Thursday. But tonight we did it at 7 p.m. because, again, we're doing our last Zoom meeting. This is the third time we did this. The link is posted in Discord, members only, you believe, for Joseph Levy said. So thank you very much. And I'll have to check out where the link is and hop on there, and there you go. So yeah, I think Mr. Bull and Mr. Bear will be showing up tomorrow morning. As a matter of fact, Luis Rodriguez reading my mind right there. And you pay too much in taxes each year. Yeah, you and me both, Michael Anthony. Where do you live? Like Florida, right? You don't pay nothing. But come live in New Jersey. It's absolutely absurd. I'm not going to lie. But anyway, there you go. Michael Anthony, Luis Rodriguez, Joseph Levy, and everybody else hanging out like Robin, Doge Mom, and Nine, Laptop Travel, Asian Joe Lee, and the rest of the crew. You live in Georgia, Michael Anthony. There you go. It's nice and cheap down there. That's for sure. Way cheaper than New Jersey. I promise you that. And so there you are with that one. And I would be a asset to your room. Yes, Michael. Well, we already have it pretty figured out at this point. I'll let you know which 10 they are. How's that, Michael Anthony? They're pretty much already down to a science, and they have the whole thing figured out there. We're just seeing which order we kind of want them in, and that's that. But I'll let you know. And that's the January effect right there. So you guys have a good night. Joseph Levy and everybody else, everyone that's going to be in the Zoom, I'll see you guys in there. And there you are. So I'll see the rest of you at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. We'll be on to see what the pre-market looks like and what our short week looks like with Christmas on Thursday. The market closes early on Wednesday for Christmas Eve. It closes at 1 p.m. So I'll keep you guys posted on everything. You guys know that. Enjoy your evening, everybody. And I'll catch you guys in the morning. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys at 7 a.m.